There is a story about Jack Hawkins, which I'll never forget. I was interviewing Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, who wrote Hancock's Half Hour, Steptoe and Son, many of the great British comedies, and I went over to Ray's house. Ray lived in Hampton Court, near Hampton Court. I plonked down this UA tape recorder, which was an old reel-to-reel machine, and Ray plonked down 2 bottles of red wine and said, let's get lubricated. Alan turned up. I was a militant smoker. And this was around, we started around 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning. And before 11, the kitchen was like in a grey haze, booze everywhere. And we spent the day talking about Hancock's Half Hour and Steptoe and Son. And we got on somehow to Jack Hawkins. And Ray told this amazing story. He said, we had when we were young writers, they had a bet that they could never get Jack Hawkins onto Hancock's Half Hour to send him up. Because, they had the impression that Jack was this straight-laced, bulldog British type guy. Jack Hawkins loved the idea. And he said, do it. Let's do it. And they sent him up in one of the funniest episodes of Hancock's Half Hour, where Sid plays Jack Hawkins' agent, hopeless agent, and Tony is his drama coach / elocution teacher. It's a riot, and Jack is just completely sent up, and he was brilliant. And it was one of the great Hancock's episodes, which no longer exists, sadly enough, but the script does. And Ray said to me at the time, and funnily enough, Norman Wisdom also mentioned this years later when I was interviewing, that Jack Hawkins was one of the funniest men you could ever work with. A real live wire, a brilliant mimic, a brilliant comic, could crack a joke. And they said it's amazing, really, that he never appeared in comedies. He did a few comedies and they weren't great, but he certainly had the ability, I think, to have been a great comic actor. But thankfully for us, we saw him in much meatier roles. And that's something I think we should be thankful for.